NVIDIA CEO looks at a future and says, our company will be having 50,000 employees, but 100 million agents. And each agent will hire another agents to solve problems.
AI agents can be companion to the medical practitioners.
So there are two words, AI agents and agentic AI.
Right.
Are they similar or they're different?
AI agent is like a team member who is performing, and agentic AI is like a captain or a coach.
How does the AI agent work? Just in simple terms. What are the things which happen behind the scenes?
The AI agents try to evolve on its own. So if you see in the fundamentals of neural network, we have a feed-forward backpropagation algorithm.
While you're describing the background process, you also mentioned that it can connect to different applications.
Right.
So when you say different applications, one is at enterprise level, one which is external, right? So can it connect to both types of applications? And for the low-code, no-code platforms, okay, is it really no-code or still you have to do some bit of programming? And if yes, what kind of languages are used? And are these agents truly have reached a stage where they can be said to be autonomous, fully autonomous?
In the entire global market, there is only 25 to 30% of the entire workforce is only the AI agents are capable of doing it. And rest of the thing, we still need a human supervisions and human intervention for all the other tasks. So there are different factors where you decide upon whether we need to go for an AI agent or not.
How do people kind of go about releasing or planning for the launch of the agents? Who should be learning about AI agents today? Good morning, good evening. Welcome to a brand new episode of FutureForward, a podcast series by Techcanvass on artificial intelligence, business analysis, and data analytics. Every week, we invite an industry expert to have an in-depth discussion on a subject. Today, we are going to talk about AI agents. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella believes that AI agents will be able to understand our needs and expectations and will help us with the tasks and even with decision making. In fact, NVIDIA CEO looks at a future and says, our company will be having 50,000 employees, but 100 million agents. And each agent will hire another agents to solve problems. So everyone is talking about AI agents, and it is supposed to be one of the biggest things for the coming years. So what are AI agents? And what do they do? How do enterprises use AI agents? And was it in it for you as professionals? So this is all about today's episode. And to talk about that, we have Dr. Mathew V. He's a senior industry professional and has expertise in designing and implementing automation solutions for SAP, human capital management products, banking and insurance, Salesforce applications using AI, agentic AI, and automation. He brings a unique combination of technical expertise and business acumen with a PhD in electronic cooling and ability to approach challenges from multiple perspectives. Let's talk to Dr. Mathew. Hello, Dr. Mathew. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, hello, sir.
So let's start with about your. I have talked about you a bit. Yeah. If you can just tell us more about yourself.
Sure. And first of all, I would like to thank for having me, and to discuss on the most trending topic, that is AI agents. So it's a good conversation that we'll be having, and for the viewers also. So going ahead, so just to talk about my career, I started as a researcher before being into corporate. Now where I was focusing more on research, so I had an opportunity to work with the cross-functional applications like the neural networks, optimization techniques to my research, and the experimentations and the numerical simulations, whatever I've carried out. So from there, the interest of using the AI ML projects for the various kinds of research that I was performing. So then the new world of automation was being introduced to me by one of my friend. That is mainly the robotics process automation. So from there, the interest started ahead. So how my research skill sets can be used to drive the business So because RP was more focused, these digital task automations was focused on more reducing the digital tasks and enhancing the productivity. So from there, the interest of like adopting to RPA, then going to industry like the intelligent process automation, and then comes out the inclusion of AI and ML into the domain. So then now we are into now the new thing is the AI agents and agentic AI. So right now at Accelerate, we continuously get upskilled for these kind of evolving technologies, and we provide solutions to our clients through UiPath. And also at Accelerate, we have a strong culture where we have been upskilled for every quarter to these evolving technologies, so that we are ready for the future and deliver the solutions.
Right. So there is a lot of talk about AI agents. Okay. Let's start with from the scratch. So what are AI agents actually?
Yeah. So, like before going towards an AI agent, so I would like to highlight the artificial intelligence aspect, as artificial intelligence has become a priority more to all the organizations, and all the organizations are trying to implement the AI part to their problems and finding the solutions. So we start like they have some kind of algorithms, and they have the different neural networks and all. So if then the latest addition was the large language models. So AI agents mainly work onto these large language models. So fundamentally, it's a neural network. So it has a huge capability. So where it can work on its own, it can adapt, it can think, and it can deliver the solutions. So without any human intervention. So it's more towards an like I would say it has an autonomy, and it's a goal oriented, and it has a memory where it can think on the whatever the instructions it is given, and it can think on whatever the past interactions it has been done and deliver the solutions. Yeah. So if I give an example of how these AI agents are different. So if I consider the example of an Google Map so it's a AI powered application. So it gives you the routes, but even if you try to change the routes, it will give you the alternate routes. Right. So wherein AI agents built on a Google Map platform, so it will help us to identify the goal. So let's say I want to drive to a particular destination there, and I'm telling the AI agents that I want to have the fastest route, avoiding the traffic tolls, and also stop me for the fueling. So it will figure out the what is the goal, and it will give me the best solution options, which are the alternate routes available, and also it will tell me the part, so when you are going to stop it. So these are the capabilities and the factors those are making AI agents more into the market. We can say let a buzzword into the market.
Yeah, nicely explained.
Yeah.
So it will automatically on its own
Yeah.
figure out what you want to achieve.
Right.
Based on that, it will break it into tasks.
Yeah.
So anything which is happening in the real world, any real world example if you can think of?
Yes. So like in most of the most of the domains, and I would say those are already adopting AI agents. The recent example that we have deployed, I would say like the AI agents can be used with can be a companion to the medical practitioners. So where like the doctor has to go through all the reports and submit the summarization. So here the AI agents can work on their behalf and extract all the informations from the medical tests, the reports, the prescriptions, and prepare a summary for them. And there the AI agent can submit a summarizing report. So like whatever the things that is been extracted, and then the AI agents, once it has been validated, so we call it this human intervention. As such, like human in loop. Okay. So once we have this, once there is a confirmation from the human part, then the agents goes further and submit these reports to the insurance database, and it will go through the underwriting policies and find out which is what is fitting into this particular as per the underwriting policies. So then it will notify even the doctors and even the customers that is it been approved or not approved. So if not approved, it will try to flag out what are the main reasons, and if it is approved, then it will send a notification to the customer. So this is one example example. And other example I would like to also give is like, suppose like if you're trying to move to a new city and you're trying to find out a new a flat on a rent. So AI agents what we do is like, we connect to some brokers, and brokers on our behalf tries to figure out all the options that we have as per our needs. It could be like 2 BHK, 3 BHK near to metro stations and all. So same work is being done by AI. So AI will take our AI agents will take our request, and it will try to connect with the different platforms, and it will figure out what is our goal. So, and it will give us the 4 to 5 options which are the best. And further going ahead, also it will connect to the particular owners, and it will book an appointment for us. So AI agents are working on our behalf. So it's just similar to the what the a person is trying to do to execute a task with more autonomy, with more memorizations, and with more trust.
So what I have understood, just correct me if I'm wrong, what I'm understanding is that it is not just automation.
Right.
So when you say automation, is basically we define
Correct.
what it is supposed to do.
Yes.
Here, we just say this is what we want to achieve.
Right.
And then it decides the what is to be done.
Right.
And also applies intelligence
Correct.
to be able to kind of take decisions on our behalf.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yes.
this is about
Yes.
AI agents.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, just a related question. So there are two words, AI agents
Yes.
and agentic AI.
Right.
Are they similar or they are different?
I would say those are absolutely different, but those are relatable terms. So AI agents are being designed to do a specific task. As I've said, like you have a specific task, a specific domain, you have built up an AI agent, it is doing it on your own. So I would consider it's like an employee or a particular member from a team who is performing on its own, okay, with an autonomy. Whereas in agentic AI, what I would say, it has the whole responsibility. So going further step, right, it would like act as a project manager. So it will also have a workflows. It will also have the different applications connecting, and also it will have different AI agents working together. So like a project manager plans, coordinates, take a strategic decisions. So agentic AI is the entire part. So I would say to brief in just to make it more relevant to our viewers. So it would be AI agents is like a team member who is performing, and agentic AI is like a captain or a coach who is trying to plan, strategize, and take actions for winning up the team.
Okay, well explained. So now most of us are familiar with ChatGPT, Gemini. Yes. Okay, so for most of laymen, AI means ChatGPT.
Right.
Okay. Now, how does the AI agent work? Just in simple terms, what are the things which happen behind the scenes?
Yeah. Now, when we talk about here about AI or Gen AI, so it's not only related to ChatGPT or Claude AI or Gemini and all. It's beyond that one. Because when I give some kind of instruction, suppose let's say I want to reset my password. So ChatGPT or Gen AI will give me the steps, only the instruction. So it will limit it to it till there. But AI agents will further go ahead on your behalf, and it will plan, it will understand your goal. Yes, it will break down the task into different smaller tasks. And so whatever, so it needs permissions now. Okay, now it has different building blocks. Okay, so the first block I would say the inputs that is received from the user, and then it has a memory part, so where it is going to store all the instructions from the user. Then the third part I would say it's a reasoning part. It's a LLM models. So AI agents mainly work onto the different LLMs models. So we have seen different LLM models coming up. So it will, where these LLM models will have the capability to break these tasks, complex tasks into smaller one, and gives plan and strategize and gives some kind of actions. Now these actions have been executed using some tools. So those tools could be like API, it could be any applications. They need to interact, and then it will execute those tasks by interaction. And finally, all things, like even a human being works on a feedback mechanism, try to improve. So even AI agents has a feedback mechanism. So they try to improvise their result depending on whatever current thing, the past results, and to improvise their action. So this is the whole how the AI agents will work on.
Yeah. So the feedback mechanism, which you mentioned in agentic system also. So this will be done. This feedback will be given by the people who are or enterprises who are using it.
Not yeah, so there are two things here. So I would say there is a human in loop, so there is a human intervention in between. That's also can be a one feedback. And also the other feedback, that the AI agents try to evolve on its own. Okay, so it will learn from the whatever its past results and the current results, and try to adopt so that it can improvise its results. So it's as a fundamental of neural network. So if we see in the fundamentals of neural network, we have a feed forward back propagation algorithm. So it sends some information, sends some data, and that is that data correct or no? Again, it sends back to its neurons. So it works on that principle, feed forward back propagation algorithm. So it's similar to that kind of thing.
Okay. While you're describing the background process, you also mentioned that it can connect to different applications.
Right.
Okay. So when you say different applications, one is at enterprise level, one which is external.
Correct.
Right. So can it connect to both types of applications?
Yes, it can connect to both the applications. The only thing is like we need to have a set of permissions again. So it could connect. The mainly connection occurs through APIs. Right. So these APIs works as a connectors which works at the backend. So enterprise level applications, they are able to connect it easily because we have their backend system. There is someone who can provide us the APIs. But even for an external system, let's say like if you are having an AI agent and you want to book a ticket, yes, and you want to plan your journey, so then this AI agent should have a permission to connect to that application, the external application, fetch this information and provide it to you. So it's like both the request and the response that is going to get it. So it should have that permission and the security level. Then the AI agents can communicate with each other, the different applications.
So which companies currently, I mean, there are a lot of companies which are working on AI agents and building the platform.
Yeah.
Any few companies which you can tell us that these are the best ones or top ones?
Yeah. There are two factors over here. Like whoever is trying to come up with these or to learn to the AI agents, I would say to they first go for the no code platform. So where there is a drag and drop and just you have to connect those modules together. So first I would say it's a UiPath. So we are using UiPath at larger scale to deliver the AI agents and the agentic automations. So it's as all the modules required for the AI agents and agentic automation under one umbrella. And going ahead, it could be Google Agent Space. And then we have the another one that is Amazon Bedrock Agents. So these are the low code platforms. If somebody is interested into, I would say, coding perspective and all, then they can go for the LangChain, then the LangGraph, Crew AI, and there one more. I would say it could be like a Microsoft Enterprise, whatever we have right now. So those things can be utilized as from a programming point of view.
Okay. So in the later part of the platforms, so you need Python. What kind of language are required?
Yeah, definitely. So what I feel like when I'm talking about the programming part, so it requires different language. So Python is the necessity because right now till for AI and machine learning, the Python was a fundamental knowledge that is required. So going ahead, so all the algorithms and all could be built up on Python. And further steps, I would say they also would require how the connection happens through API, yes, and how you are going to interact with the different platforms. So those things are very much important from a development perspective, I would say.
And for the low code, no code platforms, okay, is it really no code or still you have to do some bit of programming? And if yes, what kind of languages are used?
For low code or no code, few fundamentals of like basics programming language, I would say, that is required. But as of now, all these platforms are having different kinds of sections. So here the main thing I would say is the prompting technique, the fine tuning technique. So here we are coming up with the new trend again. It's a prompt engineering. So we have different set of prompting techniques, so that we should be able to give it to the AI agents. So like the way we have for business analysts, the user stories and all, right? So you have a particular format. So even a prompting technique has a particular format. Like you should say, have give some kind of role. You should give some kind of goal, objective, the context, the environment, and what are its success parameters it is going to have. So all these conditions, if you give it in a prompting technique, then it's very easy. So fun, basically, it doesn't require much of the coding. Just a fundamental knowledge is also enough.
Okay. Now coming to the hype part about AI agents. So there is a lot of possibilities which have been told in the media. So first question is it something which can really or which has the real potential as it is touted to be, or this is just like any other hype which we have been seeing over the years?
Yeah. If living when you go through the different surveys and studies, yes, and even different social medias, there is a really a hype created. This is mainly due to the technological maturity that we have right now, and also the expectations. So I would say, like even the Google Cloud has provided some kind of announcement. It has given some kind of announcement in the catalog. So in the last year, it was having 101 more than 100 plus use cases of AI agents, and as of April 2025, there are 600 plus use cases of AI agents. So which has been deployed right from automobile sector, manufacturing sectors, even the tech space. So this is due to this hype is due to the capabilities of AI agents. As I mentioned, that it has its autonomy, and it's morely towards a goal oriented. It can adopt, it can learn, it can evolve on its own. So that's making it very much hype in the market. And the expectations, I would say, and most of the organizations are now very much aware the level of efficiency and the intelligence these AI agents are delivering the value to the organization is enormous. So yes, definitely there is an hype, but also there is also value addition to the organization.
And are these agents truly have reached a stage where they can be said to be autonomous, fully autonomous?
Right now, the agents, what is there into the global market, so I would say those are not fully autonomous. Those are still semi-autonomous, because still they need a human intervention, say they need a human supervisions. The reason is why, because the data that we are trying to have, so it mainly depends upon what kind of data sets we are trying to deploy into the AI agents, and also the amount of security part, what kind of information trying to have. So it could be many sensitive information. So it, and also, and how you are going to train that AI agent from a domain's point of view. So even some kind of AI agents might under deliver, or I would say would not perform as expected. So again, I would work like I would say I would correlate with the statistics that I've come across. In the entire global market, there is only 25 to 30% of the entire workforce is only the AI agents are capable of doing it, and rest of the thing we still need a human supervision, human supervisions, and human intervention for all the other tasks. Yeah.
So any enterprise level AI agent which is in use right now and has been a success story.
Yeah, very more examples. I would say there are lots of examples in terms of the success stories. So one examples I would deliver is that AI agents for the payment systems and all. Yeah, so what we have delivered right now. So AI agents, like we have like let's take an example of a cashier who is working at an hospital, any domain it could be. So cashier has to figure out what all the payments they have received it at the end of the day and update into the system. Though even though however they have particular softwares. So his task is to map out the payments and all and put out what is the transaction that is occurred. So AI agents would go ahead and be a companion to these person, and they try to flag out there are different scenarios again. So the first scenarios, I would say, a payment is being done by some person, and they are not able to figure out whose payment is it. So you have only a particular name. So AI agents will go ahead and find out the particular person name into the database and try to map it out. And then further, if the payment is received from different sources, so it could be from insurance, or it could be from other NGOs or anything. So again, it will try to find out what kind of payment is it, and for what transaction it has find out, it will update into the system. So there could be double repetitive payments. So again, it would map the double payments that is being made, or it could adjust in the further, I would say, whatever the transactions it is going to come up. Yeah. And there could be few of the payments, like some of the payments are been provided through discounts, through different promo codes and all. So those payments also can be taken up by the AI agents. So AI agents are working on behalf of cashiers, and they are making the life or the work task of the cashier more easier. And so they have that cognitive ability to think, to adapt to this domain, whatever it is there, and finally update into the system.
Anything, let's say, for example, I want to go and check on the internet if some agent I can see. Is there any agent which our viewers can go and just check it out? And okay, this is the agent which is working. Anything which you can think of?
Yeah, so AI agents, so mainly like all the agents, AI agents are not directly available onto the internet. So we need to customize it. So even if you say the ChatGPT, the GPT-5 that we have, so it is an option of like in terms of agent now. Yeah, so we need to connect the different in applications and what task we are supposed to perform. So it would be a documentation, it could be summarization and update into send an email. So we need to have those connections. So I would prefer that first have a understanding of what are the components of AI agents, how those are being combined together, and how they are working. So once you know these components and the functionalities, it becomes easier to deploy your agents.
Okay. So from a deployment perspective or users perspective, large enterprises versus startup, which ones of these are using it more? And is there any particular reason for that?
AI agents are being used by both the organizations, I would say. And in terms of delivery and in terms of adoption, the startups are at a very faster speed. And the large organizations are more little bit on a cautious part due to their legacy systems they have, due to the complex structure and the different applications they have, and the brand value and the compliance issues, the data perspectives. So these are the factors that they have been driving it cautiously. No doubt, both the organizations are driving towards AI agents itself, heading towards AI agents. But the larger organizations are more cautious, and the startups, I would say, they are into like a speedboats. So they are driving and they are ready to fail fast and adopt it and deliver the solutions.
Any case study where you can share with us in terms of where agent implementation or such kind of initiative might have failed, and why, the learnings from that?
Yeah, I would say that's a really needed question, because we are only looking towards a positive aspect. So even there are some disadvantage, so where AI agents are under delivering. So rather than failure, so I would say AI agents, whatever have been deployed, yes, so they are not doing up to the mark. So as I said, only 25% of the workforce the AI agents are able to complete. Right. So it's mainly due to the, I would say, data issues, data and reliability part, and then the integrations of the systems, AI agents, and with the different systems, and then the security and the privacy concerns. So, and few of the organizations or a few of the people are also thinking that AI agents are fully autonomous. Still, we don't have that fully autonomous agents, and they are also in a fear that they will be replacing the entire work. So that's not the case, because AI agents will be working as a digital co-worker or a companion. Yeah. So these are the factors making it little bit of underperformance or under delivered, I would say. Other than this, if you look on a very positive aspect, AI agents are deployed where there is highly repetitive and high volume of things, tasks are there. So there the AI agents are being deployed.
So talking about the maybe limitations or constraints.
Mm-hmm.
So you mentioned data issues.
Yeah.
So can you kind of elaborate more on it as to what kind of data issues we're talking about?
Yeah, so data issues here, it would be the quality of the data that we have and the authenticity and the originality of the data that we have. So if that is not appropriate or that's not of a good quality, yes. So because mainly AI agents work on a LLM model and they need some input in terms of data, right? So it could be structured or unstructured. So if this is not in a proper version or in a proper format, then AI, the training of the data that takes place into these agents or LLM models, so that would give you something different outputs. So like the way we see ChatGPT is giving some different answers or other than expected one. So same way these AI agents also will come out. They try to hallucinate the outputs. So we should always, so that's the reason we are having a human intervention for every output that we are trying to achieve.
Yeah. You also mentioned about security and the privacy issue.
Right.
Can you elaborate on that also?
Yeah. When I'm talking about the security part, most of the larger organizations and even the startups have very sensitive data of all the users. It could be any data related to banking, personal data, and all. So if you're trying to deploy those domains using AI agents, so then how this AI or the LLM models would extract the data? So it has a memory storage. So it stores all its information into vector DB. So if you're trying to integrate with the other AI models or the GPT models, what we say, then there is a chances of leaking the data. But if you are having your own LLM models that is built within the organizations and it is restricted to your domain or to the organization, then that's not a problem. So there is no issues of security.
Yeah. So let's say, for example, an enterprise or an organization wants to have something related to, they can't think that, okay, we want to deploy agents.
Correct.
Right? You start by solving a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do they decide whether they need to go with AI software, AI applications, AI agents, the correct order?
Correct.
In which they should be looking at things?
Yeah. So there are different factors where you decide upon whether we need to go for an AI agents or no. So as I said, for mainly now currently the AI agents are being deployed for a repetitive task, and then where there is a high volume. Yes. So initially we had an technology of RPA. Yes, for a repetitive and rule based. So then we have an inclusions. Further, we went towards intelligent process automation, with the help of AI and ML including in it. So it gave a cognitive ability now. So further going ahead, now these AI agents are trying to mimic the human behavior itself and trying to adapt those cognitive abilities. So as I mentioned, it has an ability to learn, adapt, yeah, and find out the task. So it's not more towards more instruction based now. So if I have any scenarios, like suppose I want to update the data into a particular application, right? So you have set of instructions going ahead. So now if the screen changes or if the UiPath changes or the field changes, so AI agents will come up that there is some change into the existing system, and it will try to analyze the scenario, this current situation, and adopt the actions. So it will take the actions on its own. So there is as per the environment. And so these are the one factor I would say. So this is, and another factor I would say, the number of tasks that has to be performed and the volume of the data or the volume of transactions, I would say. On these factors we decide that whether a solution or a process is being able to go with AI agents or agentic AI.
So just a related question. So we used to have, or we still have in IT industry, technical architects or solution designers who actually design the solution.
Correct.
For the AI world,
Yeah.
still the same set of people will decide, because this is about solutioning.
Right.
So is there a specific role which has come up, or is the same people with upgraded skills?
Yeah. Yeah, these people will be there into the entire project delivery part. Only the thing, as you mentioned, the upgradation part. Yes. So even the solution part, or even if a developer, so definitely they should be aware of how the things, how the functionality of the AI agents work, do. And also I would say the connect, they have different components. So how this LLM works, yes, and how these API connections should be there, interaction with different applications, and how they are trying to take up an actions, right? So the here definitely there is an upgradations. So a solution architect should know the total functionality. They should be aware of the different frameworks. So it could be LangChain, it could be LangGraph, it could be your Crew AI. This is more towards a programming part. So they need upgradations on this part. Yeah.
So these are, as you were mentioning this, I was just thinking that in many cases, if you're developing a web application or something in a particular domain, there are a lot of case studies which are available.
Okay.
That okay, this doesn't work, this creates a problem once goes live.
Yeah.
Here, the number of case studies are very limited.
Okay.
Okay, so how do you go about, in the sense that agile approach to delivery? How do people kind of go about releasing or planning for the launch of the agents?
I would say that's a great question from a deliver perspective, because when you're trying to start up or deploy the AI agent for a particular application, so we try to understand what are the current steps that the client or the particular process has it, because even the AI agents will have a goal based, or it will plan, or it will execute, but it should also have a set of instructions. So we try to understand from a client perspective or from a process owner perspective, what are the steps required for it to execute. So if, because there would be 10 different steps or 15 different steps, those are not documented, but at least we can bring down, out of 15 steps, we can bring down at least 8 steps, 10 steps on document, and we can give that particular logic thing to the LLM models. And also we also understand from a data perspective what kind of data interaction it is going to have. So it's whether it's a financial data, or it's a sensitive data, or it's some any other personal details it has. So are they okay to deploy into a vector DB and all? Because again we have tried to integrate with the LLM models. So the LLM models can be built up within organizations or with the other tools like other LLMs. So there can be chances of security issues and all. So we understand those perspective. So and then and we are not trying to deploy the AI agents only for a particular task. So it should be end to end. Okay, so it should start from scratch and till the execution and till the solution delivery what the user is expecting. So is it end to end, not only for just one particular aspect, for one particular action like sending email, yes, and notifying it. So that could be also done through a normal automation. So it should have that ability, cognitive ability, that all the entire process has been fetched, had been analyzed, and it will break down those tasks into smaller steps. So all these factors will decide, like, are we going to go for an agentic AI or AI agents? So when I talk about agentic AI, so it will also have an AI agents, and also it will have a workflow automation. Also it will have an integration with different applications. So it's end to end again. So these are the different factors that we decide upon.
Yeah. So last question in this segment: which kind of industry AI agents are best suited for?
Yeah. AI agents are best suited for, I would say, into more customer service support, where a particular user is trying to submit the request through a chatbot or through emails and all. So AI agents will work on behalf of the customer service executive, and it will understand the query. It will create a ticket, and it will notify the concerned person and also to the user that your ticket has been raised, and these are the first next step that you want to do it. So and then also into the healthcare sector, as I mentioned into a given example earlier what we discussed. So there are many sectors. So mainly it's suitable for highly repetitive and the volume of data that we have, and it should have some kind of objective that we are trying to achieve.
Okay. So now moving on to more onto professionals and skills. So who should be learning about AI agents today?
Yeah. Uh, I would preferably say, as per my opinion, it would be right from CEO to the support staff, because when Gen AI came up or ChatGPT came up into the market, it was not for a specific role. So right now, every person into the entire industry, into different industries also. So even right from the 10th standard student, or it could be the tech professionals, or even it could be doctors and all. Okay, so they are using ChatGPT for one or the other task. Yes. So AI agents. So once we know the capabilities, so AI agents would be used for a specific task, because for a CA perspective, the AI agents could be different. From a BA point of view, the AI agent, the expectations could be different. From a developer point of view, the expectations could be different. So it's better that everyone is going to get upskilled and get relevant to this AI agent, because as we can see now, the evolutions of the computers and the laptops into 90s and 2000, so it got commercialization during that era, and computers are also been adopted by all the persons, and it's had become a companion now. So even similarly, AI agents also will be a companion.
So just a few roles I'm going to talk about. So from a business analyst perspective, who are basically client-facing roles.
Right.
So to what extent they should be aware of AI agents?
Yeah. For a business analyst, there is no need to go into depth of the technical part, but they should know the functional aspect. What are the components of AI agents, and what are the capabilities of the AI agents, and what it could deliver the value. Yeah, and so when knowing the different components, it will help the BAs or the other like it could be product owner or even the project manager. So it will help them to understand and also to interact with the technical team. So when, like, as a BA, when you write down the user story, so you have different components again, like a role, goal based, and a value addition, and a acceptance criteria. So for AI agents also, we need to write now the user story. So we call it as now agent stories. Yeah, so as a role, as a particular XYZ role, what is its objective, in what environment it is going to operate it, and what is its goal, and what the task it is going to do it, the actions, okay, and what is the success parameter it is going to achieve. So these are the different components. I would say a BA should be more relevant to deploying the AI agents projects, so that it becomes more easy to communicate with the tech people.
Right. And let's talk about data analysts.
Yeah.
Okay, so they are data literate professionals.
Right.
So from their perspective, what is the depth of knowledge they need to have?
I would say here again, because as a data for a data professionals, so mainly they deal with structured and unstructured data. So how they are trying to fetch the data and deploy it, yes, through it could be different resources. So it could be through cloud. So what kind of architecture? So I would say we have a agent architecture also. Yeah. So the way for data analysts, it could be a big data part, and here the AI agent architecture. So they'll be having multiple agents communicating, how they are communicating it, and what are the integration perspective they need, like from an API part. And again, I would say what kind of framework they are trying to follow. So these modules or these parameters are very important for a data professional, because they mainly work onto a framework. Yeah.
Now, product owners.
Yeah.
Okay. So what should be, because they are much more involved with the client, plus also the execution of the stories. So what should be their depth of knowledge?
I would say it's similar to a BA role itself. So the functionality aspect, they should be aware what the objective they are trying to deliver to the client, because it's a more towards a client facing role again. So once they are aware of the goals, so is it they need to figure out the feasibility. Is it the AI agents we are able to deliver for this particular domain or particular solution? So then the different components again, so how they are trying to function, so that they can deliver, instead of asking to a tech guy, again they can directly instantly give these answers or solutions to the clients. So main functionality end to end, how it is working, and the components, those are the main thing.
Okay. So for all these professionals who are going to learn about AI agents, so two questions here. One is, do they also need to understand about AI and ML?
Yeah.
And are there any frameworks or tools which they also need to learn?
Yep. So for any professional who is going to start or who is into they want to transition, so I would say here they need to understand the fundamentals, because there is a fundamental layer again in this AI agents. So AI agents are nothing like just a drag and drop. So it at the back end, it has the same neural networks, it has same algorithms, it has the same optimization techniques. So they should know the fundamentals, how these particular things work, because when we say it is going to choose the best action from the available options, so there is an again a path planning optimizations what we'd say. So they should be aware of these fundamentals. And then I would say the frameworks, like the lang chain, the lang graph, how these frameworks work, how these frameworks are being coded or been deployed, and how this integration works out. So these are different things they should be aware of before starting or before into transitioning.
Okay. So, how soon the let's say, for example, a business analyst or these professionals which we talked about, how soon there'll be kind of a situation where they have to work on a project implementing agents?
It's already ongoing now. Yeah, so it's nothing now like going to be into next 2 to 3 years or so. There is already the work has been started, and from last I would say 2 to 3 years. So most of the organization have started working on AI agents, and so we being into Accelirate also, we are deploying the AI agents projects and agentic automations to our clients. So the currently we are working on to AI agents. So in next 2 to 3 years, so there will be more advanced versions of these AI agents part.
Okay. So, look at 2, 3, as you already mentioned. But will it become kind of just like ChatGPT and the GenAI platforms have become like everywhere? Okay.
Right.
Do you think AI agents will also be similar in next couple of years?
Yes. So in this is like AI agents would be everywhere. So as mentioned that they are going to be more as a companion. So depends on the domain, depends upon what kind of task you're going to involve. So if you are having that specific AI agent for performing a task for a developer role or for a BA role, or for it could be for a user perspective. So it could be any user from any industry. So it could be from manufacturing, for automobile, right? So these AI agents will be everywhere down the line through the 2 to 3 years, and those are like I would say those are going to create huge job opportunities in the market also, because everyone is expecting to work on to use AI agents the way now ChatGPT has become, or even the other LLM models have become a trending part. So everyone wants AI agents to for their better productivity.
And where can they start? So, is there any specific resource or article or something which you want to say? Okay, you start here.
Yeah, just to go through the use cases of AI agents, as I mentioned, that Google has given in its blog that you can search on Google as well, Google Cloud with AI agents. So there are more than 600 use cases. What are the different use cases? The current industries are using it as per the April 2025 data. That's one part to understand. And just to try to start somewhere, first I would prefer to go with understanding how the functionality works with a low code platform like we have a UiPath agentic automation agent builder, and also there is a Google AI agent space. So they can start from there. So who is not interested in more coding, and if those are interested in coding, for them again the understanding of the frameworks, the lang chain, the lang graph, the crew AI. So these are the different options available they can go for.
Yeah. So, last couple of questions related to you now.
Yeah.
So, you're also into some communities related to AI and AI space.
Right.
So, talk about that.
Yeah, so we have a very I would say, collaborative environment in terms of we have UiPath community. So in that community, we try to interact what are the different use cases, and we try to support each other with different. So it could be a business analyst. So we have a community for different set of roles, a developer perspective and a BA perspective and a project manager perspective. So from a BA perspective, so we interact what are the different use cases, what are the challenges we face, and what are the necessary things that is required to execute a project. So we keep learning and keep evolving through those community interactions.
Okay. And let's say after this episode, people would like to connect with you to understand a little bit more about the AI agents. So where they can connect with you?
Yeah, definitely. So to just know more about AI agents and the different aspect of agentic automations also, they can connect me on LinkedIn. Yeah, so I'm available on LinkedIn, and they can connect me and ask me any queries they have. And also I would like to give my LinkedIn profile URL below the description of the podcast.
Yeah. So thank you so much for your time. This was truly a meaningful and insightful discussion. So thank you so much for watching this episode. So this was first in the series of AI agents discussion. Okay. So this was more like a broad discussion, and we touched upon various aspects. We are going to get into depth of AI agents later in our episodes. Thank you so much. See you in the next episode.